so they can see. Whoa.
See the link with the box, had to put the stick in the box.
Whoa. And I'm back to my ways, cause I'm heartless.
Stay tuned for more hip-hop and R&B.
Coronavirus! Coronavirus! Get real!
The best mixes.
Playing the bangers. Don't forget to wash your hands.
Hold up, slide, pull up, drive. Whole point is a vibe. I just want the top. Whole point is a vibe. I just want the top. Whole point is a vibe. Whole point is a vibe. Whole point is a vibe. I just want the top. Diamonds, flash, drip game, splash, whip game, nasty, stick game, blast. Spanner, homie, that's a fact. Homie, that's a fact. Whole point is a vibe. I just want the top. Diamonds, flash, drip game, whip game, nasty, stick game, blast. Spanner, homie, that's a fact. Homie, that's a fact. Shot it, pump, foreigns out, Trump. Made it out the hump, crisscross jump. There go, splash. Don't play, that's a fact. She came through the front, was slid out the back. Don't play, that's a fact. Chain drip, that's a fact. Gang with me, that's a fact. Play with me, that's a fact. Don't play, that's a fact. Look, bow, that's a fact. That's a fact. Use a cow, that's a fact.
I find a addy where he at. Go shoot him, lay him down, that's a nap. That's my brother, I'ma always have his back. And that's a fact, that's a fact. Low bitch, nigga, this New York City. I'm in a two-door bitch, Favi, Gucci, Fendi. Till it's empty. Yeah, I'ma shoot it too. I'm more like the man. If I see it, I'm just gon' fuck with my plans. Bitch, all this money in my hand. Watch, 50 grand, neck, chain, 100 bands. When I got litty, I put on my mans. Just wouldn't understand. We from the bottom of the sand. She threw the molly in the sand. Looking for him, spinning, hop out, get him, park up, finish.
DJ D Smooth.
I know the dicks and I know did it.
DJ D Smooth.
Again, slide, spin around the block, ride, right hand up the guide, we'll drag out the vibe, curve, spin move, too slim, can do, I'm up price menu, into them lights send you, never kick it box, never take the box, combination to the lie, never operate with eyes, trapping, steal, you capping, feel, stack it like that random, wrap it up like handle, spin around the block, want my piece, got that drop, bitch don't tease, I want that top, you mini me's, you not that hot, Maybach, black top, K's out, no laptop, made it out the back line, made it out that.
New York, bitch I'm from 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 New York.
Walk in the spot in this litty, this out of two city, you know I'm a turner. Broke out the Henny and I got a blunt, fuck around through a bin when I burn her. Shorty right here, she a freak and she move like a pro tryna dance, so I churn her. Then she feelin' my dick, it's the burner. She ain't used to my boss, she a learner. I gotta flex up, by the couple new pieces of glitter my neck up. Then fuck to protect us. Who's young niggas dreamin' about picking protects up. Boy tryna arrest us. Fuck all them niggas, don't let me get fessed up. Nigga think he a wrestler. I'ma just teach him some shit, no semester. I gotta get to the bag. I think I fell in love with the cash. Been in the studio working hard to the max.
DJ D Smooth.
I never ever fall back. I'm in my Birkin, nigga. Run up, we murkin', niggas. I got some shooters, they ready to ride. I send them, they lurkin', nigga. I'm in my Birkin, nigga. Run up, I'm murkin', niggas. I got some shooters, they ready to ride. I send them, they lurkin', nigga. Bitch, I'm from New York. 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 Bitch, I'm from New York.
I'm from the town. See me the Addy, I'm on the doubt. Get off the stage and I jump in the crowd. They keep saying we too wild. I fell in love with the crowd. They fell in love with the sound. Bow. Attention, move around with a vengeance. Bow, bend them, throw it down, offend them. Ayy, I'm with the thieves and henchmen. We can't wait until we see it's a victim. Give me the money, I needed them itching. Them niggas know when I see them it's different. I know you're out to my finger twitching. Leave them lifted. Blicky, blick 'em. Bow.
Bitch, I'm from New York. 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 Bitch, I'm from New York.
Got 52 shots in this Glock, bet a nigga won't let up. XD and nigga torn Beretta. Rougher than feathers, I leave him dead. I got that bitch sucking on my treasure. I move on the floors, yeah, we do it better. I got the hoes like I'm Hugh Hefner. Bitch, I'm a dog, I'm a blue devil. One dick and Neiman, skinning, it's reading. Burkhead, leaking, shit turned me to a demon. Bad bitch named Bree, nice but treachy. She want me to breathe it. I'm like, nah, bitch, you sneaky. I make it rain on whoever. I make it rain at whoever. Nigga, I put in pain. I'm the shooter and the driver, and I rock all of your friends. Crush the paper, fry the tube, put an eighth to my split, roll, get in my zone, up on the road, smoke it up to the face.
Bitch, I'm from New York. 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 Bitch, I'm from New York.
Don't rush, slow touch, brown and white. Like I go country, grab and buy. We can go bust, eye for eye. We can lose trust. White rum, fizzy pop. Where you they go, we they go up. Catch my vibe, let me go off. Blam the trash, man it's so tough.
Alright, yo, put the belly on the body, make a catch. Seen her watch, now she wanna give crutch. Boy got peas, now she hopping in the pod. Man, a real life sugar gal, and my forget walk. When she want dark, told her meet me at the top. Switching lanes the other day, I seen her waiting for a bus. Maybe this a Moncler sweater, diesel denim. Buy another one, my pockets fight like heather. Neck froze like I don't know no better. Benzo truck, white seats and they leather. Go broke never, on my grind. She make it clap like I'm Busta Rhymes. I got the juice, the sauce and all them things. I blammed her twice a night with all my bling. Big Benz, I drive, I brought that thing. Any girl you want, it want my thing.
Don't rush, slow touch, brown and white. Like I go country, grab and buy. We can go bust, eye for eye. We can lose trust. White rum, fizzy pop. Where you they go, we they go. Catch my vibe, let me go off. Blam, drive, man it's so tough. Flood my eyes, make a whole blush. Back of the tour bus, getting cool up. D-square, got them de-stressed. Got a hand wash, new racks with the old Nikes in the shoebox. Keep my stripes, no cuss. Pull up in a new plate, then she might just. She went tryna move bait when her eyes locked. New tints on a coupe, that's a head loss. Off my whites, right my wrongs. Gucci my mum, while you twiddle your thumbs. Count my sums, this is gonna get long. Love my green, I'm tryna get strong. Tryna get on, where I'm from, it's on. Yes, man don't take no dumb threats. They see funds, they hop fence. We been up, not up. Next. Don't rush, slow touch, brown and white. Like I go country, grab and buy. We can go bust, eye for eye. We can lose trust. White rum, fizzy pop. Where you they go, we they go up. Catch my vibe, let me go off. Blam the trash, man it's so tough.
And introduce him, the one and only. Big truck, no clutch. Wrist rolls, don't touch. French Siri, I'm so drunk. Cause I can't drink and drive, was my chauffeur. Band the whopper, with the coca. I really hold this time I work, I don't floss. See, I was in the work, now my penthouse at the top. Shay said they're best friends, I bet they both fuck. As they both cost, cause they said I sold drugs. And when you're down, ain't nobody around.
This is a banger. Come on.
Yo, finally got a reason I can stay home. Pretty little thing for me to wait on. You all day until the day gone. California king that we can play home. Girl, you know I like it when you naked and you shake in my face and I can't take it. FaceTime makes me anxious, and she looks so good I can taste it. Got me, don't stop it. You should be in tropics, dating your body, yeah. Delicate dark milk chocolate. You should be famous. Movies like Annihilation. You know I've been the best man, yeah. Back keep flowing, the gas keep going. Yeah, them girls on tour, going city after city. Real chips, give a fuck about a nigga that she did. She want me going city after city. Brand new biz, never asked her how she get it. Made a couple racks, I never asked her how she did it. City girls let her have fun in the city. City girls let her have fun in the city. City girl like to let you on the titty. Yeah, city girl like to let you blam on that titty. City girls like to stare at X, so Sadiddy. I know city girls like a tall, skin and pretty. All I wanna do is have fun in the city. All I want for you to do is leave your friends and get missing. All I wanna do is keep it real with your pimpin', baby. Long as you don't switch up when you blow and get your millions. Bad, bad bitch, feed up Percocets and Adderall. Hotel says got a cussy ass, make it. Keep it simple with you, everything you want is ball. Let you share my bank account, you get your black card. I don't know why I be if I went with you, baby. Is you in this picture? I don't see nothing but you, baby. Bad, bad baby, she from Singapore. You ain't got a ring, you get one for each of y'all. Keep flowing, the gas keep going. Yeah, them girls on tour, going city after city.
I like the way you do that right there. Switch your hips when you walk and let down your hair. I like the way you do that right there. Lick your lips when you talking, that make me stir. I like the way you look in them pants, see you fine. Lil' mama a quarter piece, she far from a dime. The type of girl that'll get you up and go make you grind. I'm thinking about snatching her up dirty, making her mine. Look at her hips, look at her legs, ain't she stacked? I sure wouldn't mind hitting that from the back. I like it when I touch her cause she moan a little bit. So I can see a thong a little bit. I know you grown a little bit. 20 years old, you legal. Don't trip off my people, just hop in the Regal. I swoop down her like an eagle, swoop down on the prey. I know you popular, but you gon' be famous today. I say, I like the way you do that right there. Switch your hips when you walk and let down your hair. I like the way you do that right there. Lick your lips when you're talking, that make me stir. I like the way you do that right there. Switch your hips when you walk and let down your hair.
Violators Unlimited Radio Podcast Show every Saturday. 3 to 5. Are you tired of hearing about the coronavirus? Well, it's real.
I'm telling you, it's real.
Here's what I want you all to do for me. Check this out, man.
Don't panic.
Coronavirus.
It is flu season.
I'm telling you, it's real.
If you're sick, stay home.
Stay away from me.
Stay at least 6 feet away from others.
The most dangerous disease.
Coronavirus.
Wash your hands frequently and practice good hygiene.
And we're going to save lives, and New York is going to thank you.
Stand and show these people what time it is, boy.
Coronavirus.
We can stop the spread of the virus.
Show me your mouth. Say it.
You're contagious.
God forbid. Thanks from all New Yorkers.
So stay home. Stop the spread.
Save lives, period.
Word up. You ain't going out like that.
It's gonna be just fine.
But that's what government is supposed to do, right?
Coronavirus. It's getting real.
Don't believe the hype.
And we kick coronavirus ass.
Don't believe the hype.
Violators Unlimited Radio.
That's what I say.
We're back. Woo! We're back. Voltron, we're not connected today yet.
Nah.
We're not connected yet.
We're missing our legs.
We're missing 2 legs. And did you miss me? That's what we're missing today. But happy Saturday to y'all.
Saturday, man.
How you brothers doing?
What's up, world? What's going on?
What's going on? What's going on, fellas? Before we even get started, I want to thank our DJ D Smooth.
D Smooth in the
doing
house.
his thing, brother, bringing in some new vibes in it. What was all that about, D? You feeling that way today? That's how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling that way, brother. You know, sometimes you got to bring the new vibes. I know we in the old school. We old school cats, but sometimes you got to take it to the new school, you know?
True that. I don't know nothing about being old school because, like they say wine gets better in time, right?
You already know, brother.
So, I don't know. My bottle of wine is great. That's what I got to say.
I think you're confusing the aging with the age.
Well, that's what Confucius said too. so I'm good with that too.
All right.
So how was your week, brothers?
Hectic.
Hectic.
Work.
Okay. Yours?
Same. Home.
Home
was hectic. Home was hectic.
No, it wasn't hectic at all. It's just,
Okay, because I said hectic. You was like same.
oh no, same. Meaning I stay home. Just doing regular shit. Thanks for the AC.
Thanks for the AC. You gotta give a big shout out to the AC person to put it on.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Well, let's get busy. Let's get it started. Let's get it on so we can bring in our other brothers. So.
Are they in the virtual queue?
I don't know. They coming in yet? Nah, they ain't here yet. They still traveling through the virtual
time and space.
Yeah. So
Conundrum.
until then, brother, I guess I'll start it off. You want me to start it off?
Go ahead there, Bosch, man.
You ready, my man?
do your thing, chink.
Your thing, brother.
All right. Well, since today is graduation of 2020 weekend that we doing every weekend until the end of June, so I want to say today, my name is Master of Ceremony.
Wow.
Head nigga in charge.
Uh-oh.
Better known as the CEO, but you can call me.
I'm a boss. Bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a boss.
Oh, you got extensions.
I
You got an extended play.
We in this bitch. It's going down. Yeah, I'm the kid with my motherfucking crack.
I see somebody has some extra sugar in their cornflakes this
I
morning.
had pancakes, buddy.
Or your extra sugar in the pancakes. HNIC
and a full bottle of syrup.
Had pancakes, syrup, eggs,
Bottle of syrup.
Shoot.
and sausages.
And sausages.
I had sleep for breakfast.
Okay, sleepy grumpy sleep. And who might you be, sir?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is your favorite Puerto Rican. It's your boy Hero, a.k.a. Hero Manson, a.k.a. There's a Boricua on the set, a.k.a. He's on 2 days rest.
You like he's on 2 days rest?
He's on 2 days rest.
Oh, 2 days rest.
Well, see, since he has so much rest, let's see, who are you, sir?
It's the Ultimate One, a.k.a. the Black Panther, DJ D Smooth, keeping the party rocking on all social media platforms.
Wakanda for life.
Wakanda.
The Black Panther.
Mm-hmm. And who are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm still sleeping. That's why. Super Dave, baby.
Full effect.
A.K.A. Detective Inspector Silver Fox. A.K.A. Pop's Claus. A.K.A. Papa Smurf. Can you feel me? But I'm better known as...
With the smooth operator. I'm so smooth.
Taking it back.
Taking it back, right?
Taking it back.
And our other two partners that's not here today.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to wait to see if they, came in, but I guess
they ain't coming yet. So I guess they coming.
Well, we introduce them and then we'll introduce them again, or they can introduce themselves.
Okay. We got that light, bright, nearly white, light-skinned wonder of the world, Sneaky D.
Nobody light-skinned and rapping harder than Ice-T. You disagree? Take the Tyson approach and
Woo! Bite me.
Woo.
Uh-oh.
So we got that other dude.
Mm-hmm. His favorite slogan, "Did you miss me?
Did you miss me?"
Y'all ain't doing it with enough energy, man.
Oh, tell me you got enough energy.
Look,
tell me you got enough energy.
That's how I like your eyes to look, man.
I'm channeling for love right now.
You might fall asleep.
You ready? Did Did you miss me?
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good there.
That was pretty good.
Don't fall asleep.
Now
in the
I'm going
next
back.
5 minutes.
Now I'm going back to sleepy mode.
Word up. And his theme song is
It's your boy.
The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here.
Woo.
Word up, word up. So let's take care of this quick business. So we at where?
Oh, dang. Hello, everybody out there in TV and radio land. You are listening to the Violators Unlimited Radio Variety Podcast TV show. We sing, rap, dance, and all one show. We do it all, baby. And if you ain't know, we are on IXSradio.com. IXSradio.com. That is IAXISRADIO.com. Logging and tuning because we're live. Not now. Right now.
Ooh, that energy's pumping there.
Right
I'm
now.
telling you, man. Look, I know how to turn it on, partner.
What's the number?
He was waiting for that one.
You got ahead of me. DJ D Smooth, he's a little excited right now, but there's a number where you can call in. All right, you know what I mean? There's a number you can call into. He just let you know we about to hit you with the number. So the number is 347-708-0216. 347-708-0216.
En el español.
Bueno, ustedes nos pueden llamar a nosotros cada sábado de 3 a 5 al 347-708-0216. 347-708-0216. Llámenos ahora.
All right, one more thing, because, you know, like I said, DJ D Smooth is on 2 days rest, so he excited today.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, if for some reason you can't, you know, tune in and see us live, you can listen to us live. You know, I don't know why you wouldn't want to see these handsome faces, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But anyway, yo, you can get the TuneIn app and get freeagentradio.com, and you can listen to us on freeagentradio.com. That is freeagentradio.com. freeagentradio.com.
That's right. What up, yo?
I'm here.
Yo,
See,
you had a rough night, huh?
The energy's here, and when we go to break, it'll be like.
But let's get official. Let's get official first.
Oh, that's right.
Let's get official.
Oh my goodness. You are listening to, once again, and watching the Violators Unlimited Incorporated Radio Podcast Show. And we're coming to you straight from WIAXDB in the Bronx.
That's right. Estamos vivos todos los sábados en WIAXDB. WIAX, the Bronx.
Word up.
Yes,
we're here. And today we're going to talk about something that's very interesting to me. For one thing, since I am a mental health counselor, that this is a mental health awareness month.
Right.
That at this time, in this day and age, that what we're going through, your mental health is a big thing. So I came up with some things while I was doing some research, a lot of things that people could really take to hear to while they sitting at home and going through this mental thing at home. And some of the stuff that's been said by the CDC for your mental health awareness is like to take pause, take time out for yourself. You know, take time out for yourself, not to really sit back and look at all this content that's going on around us about the COVID, about the children, what's that again, Dave? The children syndrome thing that they're going through.
Sorry, get my notes here.
Just to take time out for yourself and get away from all this content, because every time you're seeing, everything is changing and changing and changing, and it's changing so much that sometimes we get overwhelmed with this. So let's take time out to breathe, notice how you're feeling, and
You all right, brother? You all right?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that comes into my next one, because now during this time you should
Segue.
also reach out to other people to see how they feel and see how they doing. Reach out to your friends, your family, because a lot of people are shut in, and we have a society that we need connections by seeing each other, greeting each other, being around each other. So that too comes a burden when you're not able to be out and having fun with your friends and whatnot. Take time out to have some exercise. Because I done put on COVID-19, I put on COVID 25. I think I put on 25 pounds.
No
being
comment. That's why I'm wearing a lot of dark colors these days.
I know black people and black look skinnier. So you know, take time to do some exercise. Get out, take a walk, wear your mask. Do things to be safe for you and others around you. And also, have some rest. This is overwhelming at times. Sometimes just to sit back and have some rest and get yourself together. So those are the things that we need to do. Those are like 5 pointers that I want to point out to people to do. And also that since this is the Mental Health Awareness Month, just to let everybody know this was started back in 1949, so it's not something new. This is something that's been going on for years. So just to put that fact out there for them.
Which is something that I spoke to you about earlier in earlier shows that I mentioned to you, but you have mentioned that's definitely a totally whole new show, whole show in itself. So I'm glad that we're here with it today.
Yeah, so we like y'all to, if y'all have any information, if you're feeling that you want to have someone to talk to today, you can call in, talk to us. Dave, you can give them a number again.
Oh, okay, my bad.
You went to sleep on us.
No, I did not go to sleep. I was getting ready to piggyback off something else you said, and then you just bang and hit me with the give him the number again. I was like, okay, all right, my bad. 347-708-0216, 347-708-0216 en español.
347-708-0216, 347-708-0216. Llámenos por cualquier problema o cuestión que ustedes tengan. Por favor.
And let us know how you feel, and you can let us know on our watch parties that we having. I think Fred the Don has a watch party. Sneaky D probably have a watch party going on. Harry O has a watch party going on. You could go on to IX Radio, watch them on Facebook. You could drop your comments in there if you're not able to call, and just let us know what's going on, because the voice of IX Radio will let us know if you drop some comments into their thing, and he'll relay it back to us, and we have some conversations about that. But today we're going to have a great show, although all 5 of us not here, but we keep it moving regardless. Brothers of a clan, we all clan together. If one is not here, we pick up the slack for the others.
That's right.
That's right.
So, and that being said, I know that we talked a lot last week about the COVID, and I think that we brought in some information to get more precise of what the COVID is.
Correct.
And Dave, if it's possible, can you tell us what that's about?
All right, well, before I do that.
Yes, sir.
You said the children's thing that's going on now is called multi-system inflammatory syndrome.
Okay.
Now, what are the symptoms of that? For short, it's called MIS-C. Not miscellaneous, but MIS-C. Symptoms of this, they vary from case to case, but can include prolonged fever for more than a couple of days, rash, conjunctivitis, if you don't know what that is, redness of the white part of the eye, sort of like pink eye, if in layman's terms, stomach ache, vomiting and or diarrhea, a large swollen lymph node in the neck, red cracked lips, a tongue that is redder than usual and looks like a strawberry, swollen hands and or feet, and the inability and or unusual sleepiness or weakness.
Right. And some of the research that we did see that some of these things are things that's affiliated with other like colds and fevers. Colds, flus, pneumonia. So you might see the same symptoms and thinking that your children is okay. But if you have any of these symptoms, you should automatically go see a doctor. Don't try to self-medicate, because us within our black and brown community, we try to self-medicate a lot until it gets too bad.
Right.
And when it gets too bad, we go into the hospital when we almost on dire need.
It's too late.
And it's too late. So let's not try to be doctors, because if you ain't got that degree with the MD behind it, you should go see someone who does.
Correct. I just want to touch on something else. People out there, everybody, you got to be careful wearing a mask. All right.
Okay.
Now this is very, very important information. I see people wearing masks inside their car when they're by themselves. I see people walking by themselves with nobody around with a mask on. You got to pull that down and get some air, because what will happen eventually, you will get carbon dioxide toxicity. You are poisoning your system by continually breathing in your own exhaust. We human beings, we survive and strive off of oxygen. We need oxygen. But that mask, every time you breathe out and you have your mouth and your nose covered, you are breathing back in your own exhaust gases on a continual basis. Like about 3-4 weeks ago, we had that case of the guy in Jersey. He passed out. from, carbon dioxide toxicity because he's inside his own car with a damn mask on, doing a long distance drive, breathing back in his own carbon dioxide. And there's different symptoms of this. One of the symptoms is headaches, constant headaches. Another one is dizziness. Another one is dimmed sight. In other words, everything, when through your eyes, everything seems dim. You could get nauseous from this. You could get muscle fatigue. There's a whole lot of other, symptoms. So just be careful. When if you are socially distanced and you are away from people, pull the mask down. Breathe.
Right.
Breathe. When you are in a group of people, put the mask back on. Yes, 6 feet apart, social distancing. When you by yourself, you walk in the street by yourself. Okay, you're gonna pass somebody. You don't know that person. You're not gonna spark up a conversation with them. You can have your mask down or whatever. Breathe oxygen, people.
Right.
All right.
But that goes along with the N95s, those medical masks.
Correct.
More correctly than scarves or the masks that people are making that's more filtered out so you can breathe out of them. So if you're wearing those N95 or those medical masks, yes, do take time to breathe some fresh air back into your body and put the mask back on, but take it off, breathe out, put it back on. Just be aware of what's going on around you. Good day. What else going on? Since you get all that energy today.
That's actually the main thing, is being aware of your surrounding,
right.
Keeping yourself safe, because a lot of people tend to lose focus on what's going on, and if you don't take care of yourself, you can get infected from somebody being careless. So just making sure you know what's going on around you and making sure that you're doing what you got to do to stay safe.
Right. So like we said, let us know what's going on with you and your family. You can give us a call, and you heard the numbers across the screen. The numbers will be set out throughout this broadcast about what's going on, and you can call in, especially call in.
Not you.
Oh, call in if you have anyone who's graduating. We want to hear from the graduating class, from our pre-K kids to the 12th graders that's graduating, to our people in college, to some people who went back to school as elders and getting their degrees, and now they can't be in front of their people to show off these things. Call in. Let's talk about that. Call in if you got a birthday. We had some great celebrations of birthdays this week. Yeah. We had one of the biggest celebrations of one of the best rappers that we had in our time. Biggie Small's birthday was on the 21st. Johnny Gill's birthday was this week. So you had a lot of celebrities that birthdays was this week. So let's call in. Let's have some happy times about this. And then we're going to bring you back to some stuff that we was reading about, like the college board scam. And not just the college board scam, but also the college scam with Laura Lochner. So we're going to talk about that also today, talk about different things, because even in the cyber world, that we're still lacking behind in that as people of color. Because even when we're trying to take tests with our kids that are bright kids coming out of our community, it's hard for them to get online now to take these AP tests because they can't get to the internet, or the internet is crashing on them, or things like that stops them the ability to go into good colleges and everything along the line. Because now the AP exam don't happen, the SATs are coming up. So this is all going to be done online, so this is going to be a problem. Yes?
Yes, you're on Violators Radio. Who we speaking to?
Yo, first of all, man, good afternoon, brothers, man. I miss you all, and I'm kind of glad you all saved us, y'all. Little brother Patillo.
What up, D?
What up, D?
What's going on? And congratulations.
Man,
congratulations to you, man. Congrats.
Yes, finally done with my undergrad program. Finished with two 4.0s this semester, one for my undergrad and one for my grad. Graduated with a magna cum laude, and trying to move over to the next step, and that's about it, man.
Okay.
Right.
So with bringing that up, since you graduating and everything, how are they doing the ceremonies for you guys down there in college?
Well, my actual ceremony was last semester, so I kind of had to walk early.
Okay.
Because last semester was technically my last semester. I had to return back to Virginia.
Oh, so you was a super senior.
Man, like this guy, I knew he was gonna say that.
He's walking the halls with his knuckles scraping the ground.
You was a super senior.
Super
Okay.
senior.
But I had to come back for this semester to finish up a course. My last previous institution gave me a bad grade in, so I finished that with an A. So I mean that was like enough said and done.
Okay.
And now I'm pursuing towards my graduate program in media management. So.
Oh, okay, good. But listen, let us know the school that you went to, because when you say institutions, a lot of people use institutions for something else.
We old school.
We old school. So let's get that college its due rights. Don't just say institution.
Where's Bobby at? Oh, he's away at the university.
He graduated from the institution.
I know. Like,
he's doing 3 to 6.
He be finished his degree in 3 to 6 years.
Virginia State is a university.
All right, Virginia State. Big out to Virginia State.
Shout outs to Virginia State. That's right.
But everybody's graduation, as far as my nephew who graduated down in Georgia, and he's heading over to Howard. They actually have to, wear masks and protective gloves, but they was doing it like one by one.
Right.
Some people had to wait in their car, and they also had like headsets and everything, so they let people know like what number they're in, so on and so forth.
Okay.
So it was pretty cool. I liked it. As far as our campus, we didn't actually have a ceremony, but a lot of the students who are graduating, basically celebrating with their families on Zoom and everything, which it was pretty nice. Came up with a video, and as y'all also know that. All the celebrities, and I still call him my president, Barack Obama, also gave a wonderful speech and everything. So everything was beautiful, man. So, I definitely want to say congratulations to everybody. We all did it. Now it's time to move to the next step, man.
Cool.
And thank you all, man, for also believing in me as well, bro. Without y'all, this wouldn't have happened, man. So I do.
Without you, buddy, it wouldn't happen either.
If you could believe, you could achieve.
You could achieve. That's right.
You go, boy.
So yo, D.
I will see y'all soon after this pandemic. I love you all, man. Be blessed, man.
All right, you too, brother.
man.
You too.
Peace.
Congratulations.
I want to give a quick.
Thanks, bro.
I want to give a quick shout out to my godson Jawan. He had his virtual graduation this morning at 10 o'clock. Now, when I see him, we got beef because I work late, get off real late. Got off work like about 4:30 this morning, so I'm asleep. I wake up for whatever reason, I woke up around 10:30. I got one of those stupid calls, scam calls or whatever. That the phone woke me up. So then, you look at your phone, and I see a text message from my godson at like 9:30 something saying, Uncle Dave, if you're interested, my virtual graduation starts at 10 o'clock. I was like, wow, dude. You wait till the day of to tell me. Whereas, I mean, hey, I worked, I got off late. I'd have woke up and watched. But at that point, it was like, back to sleep.
You could have just left it on and go back to sleep.
Dude. Nah. You ever do that? You be watching something and you fall asleep and the phone hits you in the face? That's dangerous, man. Look at this big old cinder block. Oh, hell no. I'd have walked in here with a cut nose, eye jammy, busted lip.
It's all worth it for your nephew.
So you had a great night last night, huh?
Yo, man.
You had a great
For
night.
all y'all that don't know, I work for the United States Postal Service. Don't blame me for your late stuff. I don't want to hear it. But anyway, I work in the processing facility. And when I tell you the packages, right now it's heavier than Christmas time, it is off the meat rack. Off the meat rack, man. Wall to wall. Because, no stores are open and everybody's purchasing stuff online.
Yeah, it's just a lot of delays.
Before I go too far into that, we're going to take a short break.
Let's do it.
And come back to you. And there might be a possible wardrobe change.
Hey, I know I did it the first show.
It's the ultimate one, DJ D Smooth, on Violators Unlimited Radio.
Yeah, I noticed it.
Shouldn't have left you without a dope beat. Step 2, step 2, step 2, step 2, step 2. Think it. It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you.
Would you be yourself or play a role? Tell all the boys I'll keep it low. If I say no, would you turn away or play me off? Or would you stay up?
Yeah, this is VJ Ralph McDaniels, Uncle Ralph McDaniels here doing what I do, and big up to Violator Radio, all right? The radio isn't on unless you're listening to Violator Radio.
Don't know what it's gonna be. Messing with a dog like me. D to the M to the X. Last I heard, you cowards was having sex with the same. I show no love. Empty out. No more. How you gonna explain? Even if we squash the beef, I ain't touching your hand. I don't mess with chumps. But those that been in jail, that's that cat with the Kool-Aid. Think they only know how to be one way. That's the dog. I know how to get down, know how to bite. Bark very little, but I know how to fight. I know how to chase a cat up in the tree. Man, I give you counts of business for messing with me. Is you crazy? With a hood, with a hood, with a hood. And that nigga in the cut with a wood. On the road, stacking up with the walls. You better bust that. We gon' blow it. You don't give a hood, we don't give a hood. And it flow, get it on the floor. On the floor, get it on the floor. You don't wanna party in your gotta go. You don't wanna party in your gotta go. You can ride to this motherfucker, bounce to this motherfucker, freak to this motherfucker. Let's get it on. Get it on the floor, get it on the floor. Get it on the floor, get it on the floor. Once again, it's the dog. Hit a sparking, big apartment. With the dog is bigger, under stress. You wanna get blessed to the chest. From the Smith and West. On the shoulder, eat the dirt, on the nuts, my hands play dirty in my way. You don't know, find out the hard way. And the job is never done. And on my business, how it comes. It's never been a one-on-one. There hasn't been a problem. I resolve them like salt. I get up, take a fall whenever record's called. And it's my fault. Keep on point, ducking down. Like you need to get bust. Well, I extort to support my peeps. And hold down the fort, never get caught in the creeps. Come on, get it on the floor, get it on the floor. Get it on the floor, get it on the floor. You don't wanna party in your gotta go. You don't wanna party in your let's get it on. Bust the rhyme now, MOP now. What you want now? What you want now? Attention please. This here feels like the whole entire world collapse. Bust the rhyme now, MOP now. What you want? When I cock that tune, run your damn Jones. Ran and lay you up in your own blood pool. Hunt you down, run your ass down. Unleash the hounds to gun your ass down. You frontin' like this was a thing of the past. With tattoos over the stars, left on your ass. Think lopsided, bust they got cross-sided in the subways. They rob trains running alongside it. See, motherfucker, we don't play for that shit. And if you want your shit back, you had to pay for that shit. You little.
Violator Unlimited Radio. Every set from 3 to 4 p.m. Keep it locked right here.
Hey, yo, check this out. For all the pioneers, I'm going way back.
We got the hottest DJs coming to you live.
In the mix.
From 3 to 4. Every set on iAccess.
Yo, check it out.
Unlimited Radio.
Woo! Somebody's excited.
Hey, my bad.
Somebody is very excited today. Word up. Listen, we got a whole lot of people that's following us today. What's up to Malik? What's up to Rick? What's up to, you already spoke to Patillo already. Andrew, what's going on? Mike. Oh, Mike is here too. Eddie Jones. Ellen.
Eileen Shapiro.
Who else is on there? You see Harry?
Let me scroll down. We got Michael Parker, Rita Flowers,
Mo No Sweater. What up, baby?
We got Daryl Thompson.
That bum.
He's on the watch list.
We got Andrew.
No.
Amitri Dowie. Amitris. I'm sorry. I butchered your name, boo boo. Ooh. She's gonna beat me up when she see me.
That's it.
All right, so
thank you everyone for tuning in.
Thank everyone for tuning in and listen to what we're talking about today. Because you're gonna be somewhere else. Nope, actually, you can't go outside.
Yeah, you can't go outside, so you might as well tune in the best show on the
It's raining today. There's nowhere to go. It's raining today. You gotta get on long lines to get some food. Word up.
Word up.
Word up.
All you gotta do, look. The line is long. You just get on the line. You be like, move.
Well, they might get mad at you if you ain't got your mask on. They might fight you.
No, you have the mask. You have your mask on. You just fake the funk. Be like, they be like, oh. The line will part like the Red Sea.
Yeah, they probably throw you out.
And you walk like
what's wrong with this cat? He's coming here like that. Think he's better than everybody else? And on that subject, let's talk about these celebrities that was that got caught up in that scam, that college scam. That's to see that she pleaded guilty, right?
Pleaded guilty.
What you think about that?
Hey, about time.
Do you think she wasted taxpayers' money just to take this long time for her just to plead guilty now?
Well, she did. I mean, look, for somebody like that to plead guilty, it was the best possible deal. Bottom line, it was the best possible deal for her to plead guilty. Trust me, there was a lot going on behind the scenes, a lot of deal making, wheeling and dealing, and that was the best possible deal, is what she got.
So we were talking about Lori Loughlin, right?
Yeah.
And her husband, the designer, right? So they finally pulled in that they're going to take this plea. But I didn't know how many people. It's a lot of people that was
involved in it. Yeah.
Involved in this. Like, you hear about the name people who people know of, but there's already about 25 people who have pleaded guilty to this stuff that's going on, and it's probably a lot more.
True that.
Yeah. I don't put it past.
And the funniest thing is that this one dude was getting all his money.
That's right.
So you figure, because they dropped $500,000.
Get money.
$500,000 he got from one family. Imagine, he talking about he had 24 families?
Yeah.
And all that money, and she never want to go to college.
Now she's rolling boats on Facebook.
Yeah.
She's rolling boats.
Go figure.
But let's get back, that's people who has the money and everything else that's doing what they need to do to cheat in the system. But when we talked about the AP, the College Board AP, that students had to take last weekend or the weekend before, that we are digitally divided also in this. We divided in our healthcare and we divided in our digital care as well. We way behind technology in the Black and brown community. And it shows that we cannot get up to the next levels if we don't catch up in these type of areas. And what you guys think about that?
Oh, totally true. Totally true. The system is biased. System is stacked against us. All these standardized tests, they're biased against people, ethnic people. The way everything is worded, because we might answer it a different way versus what the actual answer is. And the whole thing is, if you don't have the correct educational opportunities to put your children in, to learn how to take these tests, they're going to be at a disadvantage. And like the schools in our neighborhoods, for the most part, don't do that.
Right. And the funniest thing, Dave, they brought that out. The schools that's in our neighborhood, you could be, say, you live on Boston Road. Let's give Boston Road a good example, because Boston Road runs from one side that's predominantly black,
true,
to the other side that's predominantly more white. I mean, the middle side that's predominantly white, and then the total top of other side is dominantly black. So the middle part of it, of Boston Road, is mostly people of influential money and different color. The education in that community is totally different than the education in Two schools different. So if you went to Columbus back in the days, high school up in the Bronx, you get a different education if you went to Evander up in the Bronx, which is only 1 train or 2 train stops away from each other.
You know, back in the days, man, you couldn't even go around Columbus, man. You mess around and get jumped.
Evander too.
But EV was the hood. See, Columbus, Columbus is like on the borderline,
right?
Because you got the projects like right across the street, basically. But still, if you on the Columbus campus, yo, you messed around and got jumped because back in the day, Columbus was predominantly white,
right? Right, and even with that, because I went to the school like 2 blocks away to that junior high school, 135. I went to that school along with Chris Lighty and a lot of other cats that went there. So we seen the difference. I actually had to get bused to school. You know, we had to take the bus from East Chester Road all the way over to Allerton Avenue to go to that school.
The cheese bus?
Nah, regular city bus.
Cheese bus?
Regular city bus. Buddy.
Put on your better get on the bus, Chris.
Okay. You still getting off the green one. The banana boat, buddy.
I was born here, partner. Anyway.
But listen, we look at the test scores, and I think education is always a key for us people of color to move up. Unless you are talented in other ways of being a great singer, a football player, or a basketball player, or someone who makes it in that type of business that they're able to use their other God-given talents to move up that way. But the only way that you're able to do anything else in this world is by education. Mm-hmm. Now, if we're so far behind in education, will we ever be able to catch up?
No, because the cards are continually stacked against us. Because I give you where I'm going with that. Mm-hmm. Back in our era, you could get a decent job without a high school diploma, and I mean a decent job where you could support a family, and the jobs were plentiful. You could take all the civil service tests. You could hop from, hey, I'm working for sanitation today. You work there 3 months. I don't like this. I quit and go get a job doing something else that was still civil service, right? Mm-hmm. So what did they do? Once they figured out all of us brown people was trying to get these jobs, they raised the requirement. You must have a high school diploma now. Okay, right. No problem. People start getting high school diplomas, right? So then we got ambitious. We started going downtown, getting the little, shirt and tie jobs, got to wear dress jobs. So what did they do then? At first, there wasn't a requirement outside of a high school diploma. Yeah, if you knew somebody, you got in the company. Then what did they do? You need at least a BS, 2-year degree. We started rocking that. You must have a 4-year degree. We started rocking that. Every time they raised the bar, we met it. But now it's to the point where the education that we're receiving or our families are receiving is subpar, and you can't meet those standards. It's impossible, and it's so bad now today that it doesn't even matter if you're a person of color. You can have a 4-year degree. You can have a understudy degree. I mean, an undergrad degree, a grad degree. You can even, you can even have a doctorate and mess around and can't find a damn job in your field.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right now, I hate to say it, a degree doesn't guarantee anything in this day and age. It does not. It's basically who you know. It really is. Who you know will get you in the door faster than what's on that paper. You can have all the accolades in the world. If you know nobody in that company, you can forget about it because somebody got a job promised to somebody else that they do know.
Well, for me, I'm just saying, I don't know the percentage of people that go to college to study one thing and then graduate to work something totally different from what they went to college for. Mm-hmm. So the percentage could be high, which I think it is because of people that I know that's gone to college that study this and study that, but work a totally different job from what they study. But that's something I have to look into because I really don't know what's the percentage on that. But we really got to educate ourselves, and it's hard for us to get motivated when your parents never met those requirements. And you have parents that do motivate you, but it gotta come from you. And if you follow your parents and the lifestyle they live, depending on what lifestyle they live in, you're probably not gonna reach those goals. So, you know, in the hood is a lot of self-motivation. Like, you really got to push yourself. There's a lot of single family homes and stuff like that. A lot of kids. It's hard for a parent to really push every one of them, you know, to reach those standards. But, you know, those that really make it is because they're tired of seeing what they see outside or what they're going through, the lifestyle they live in, you know, and say, you know what, I'm going to make myself a better person. I'm going to teach myself and take myself and put myself in better schools, better colleges, you know. But it starts at home when it comes to, you know, it starts at home in every family. But, you know, when it comes to black and brown, you know, you got to have that person with not so much digging their foot in your neck, but you need that because, you know, when you go outside, you see what they doing outside and you start to follow that, and that's when you start to fall off, and then most of us don't make it because of that. But, you know, when you got that strong structure under you, then it helps a lot to push us into a better future.
Right. And you know, Harry, like you said, that strong supportive structure within your household and within your environment. I know as a kid, as I was growing up, you couldn't do certain things I see kids doing now.
True.
You know, you couldn't go hang on. I've never seen kids hang on the corners as much as I do now when I was a young kid at their age. At the age of 10 to 12, it was not me hanging on the corner because I got slapped upside the head by whoever was out in the street at that time, be it the hustlers, be it the number runner, be it the old people that's coming from work. You know, so the support system was always there, I think, for us, that motivated us, some of us that had those support systems behind us. And going back to what Dave said about those people that you're talking about took all these tests and everything else are essential workers now. You know, of color, of these things, that they're frontline people. The nurses are predominantly, mostly probably of color. You know, transit workers predominantly of color. Your sanitation workers predominantly of color. So your essential workers are the people that took these tests that had the low skills of education, because the only thing they had to do was have a high school diploma, just to take those city
back then.
Most of it's still the same thing now, unless it's a skilled job that they need more skills and they want you to have more technical skill. Like right now, if you go in to take something in the mechanic as a transit worker, you need some electronical background. Compared to back then, you just need to learn how to take an oil can and a hammer.
Well, back in the days, they had apprenticeship programs within the job.
Right.
So you had to meet a basic requirement, and if you can meet that basic requirement, you were hired as an apprentice, whether it's going to be an electrician or a mechanic or a contractor or whatever. And they build within. But nowadays, because everything is so competitive, basically you're getting hired for that job, and if you don't have the requirements, you can forget about it.
But is it competitive, or they just took that away because they seen that the people of color was the one who's going for those jobs?
Both.
Because
I would say both.
Because even at one point, housing was taking a lot of kids from inside the housing complex and putting them into those programs for them to become boiler operators, people caretakers of the property. So those jobs was there for people that lived within the housing projects, which they took that away. So funding has been taken away from the communities of color, and that goes back to the census. But that's another topic, and we're gonna go to a quick break on that and just talk about that again. All right, fellas?
Yep. We'll be back.
We'll be back. It's on you, D.
It's the ultimate one, DJ D Smooth on Violators Unlimited Radio.
This one right here goes out to all the babies, mamas.
Yeah, this is VJ Ralph McDaniels, Uncle Ralph McDaniels here doing what I do, and big up to Violator Radio, all right? Your radio isn't on unless you're listening to Violator Radio.
Yeah, go like this. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am
dramas, mama don't like me. She doing things like having the boys come from her neighborhood to the studio trying to fight me. She need to get a piece of American pie and take her bite out. That's my house. I disconnect the cable and turn the lights out and let her know her grandchild is a baby and not a paycheck. Private school, daycare, shit, medical bills, I pay that. I love your mom and everything. See, I ain't the only one who lay down. She wanna rip you up, start a custody war. My lawyer, stay down. She never got a chance to hear my side of the story. We was divided. She had fish fries, cookouts for my child's birthday. I ain't invited. Despite it, I show her the utmost respect when I fall through. All you do is defend that lady when I call you. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. Me and your daughter got special things going on.
We send this one out to all the ladies all over the world. Sexy mama. Come on. As we proceed to give you what you need, you know I like it when your body go pump. Bad boy, B2K. Yo, talk to him, player.
I like your little sexy style. Love it when you're getting wild. Girl in the club with me.
I'll tell you something.
Girl, you need to be in magazines with a crown on your head, 'cause you's a ghetto queen. Like bling, bling, bling.
Come on, you fine, girl.
The way you're shaking that sexy body shaped like an hourglass. Give me some time.
Yeah, let's do it, y'all.
I wanna get you to myself, me and nobody else, and do the things we do. Baby, there is something that I need from you.
Come on, baby, turn around and let me see that sexy body go bum, bum, bum.
That is all I wanna see. Baby, show me.
Come on, baby, turn around and let me see that sexy body go bum, bum, bum.
The way you throw that thing in me, I can't take it, baby. Teasing me, gonna have to stop pleasing me.
Welcome to Atlanta, jacking hammers and bows. Back to the mackin' and jacking the clothes. Adolescents packing the fold. A knock on the door. Who is it? I would happen to know the one with the flow. Who did it? It was me, I suppose. JD in the rolls and Luda's in the cut supreme. Skating down old Nat, gat tucked and lean. I split your spleen. As a matter of fact, I split your team. No blood on the sneaks, gotta keep it so my kicks is clean. I get the cream. Cops see me flick my beams. I'm allergic to doc prescribed antihistamines. Oink, oink, pig, do away with the pork. Only silverware needs a steak knife and a fork. Did you forget your fucking manners? I'm Bruce with bitterness. Ludacris, Johnny Rock.
Somebody said they saw you. The person you were kissing wasn't me, and I would never ask you. I just kept it to myself. I don't wanna know if you're playing me. Keep it on the low, 'cause my heart can't take it anymore. And if you're creeping, please don't let it show. Oh, baby, I don't wanna know. Oh, baby. I think about it when I hold you. When looking in your eyes, I can't.
Your girl was looking at me. She's a haggler, no, I'm not tagging her, but you don't want them boys to come over and start asking you what you wanna do, what you trying to do, what you wanna do, what you trying to do.
Yo, NR, Poppy, say what? That's the man. With his manager Chris and the label The Jam, still flossing, showing your rocks. Ain't you used her Grammy, man, we stole your watch. They go Indian style, knees bent and dashiki. Strapped with the baby.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, broadcast live to you and yours. To the exhibit. Yeah. Bouncing. Come on. The first day
of the rest of my life. Stand behind the mic like Walter Cronkite. Y'all keep the spotlight. I'm keeping my rhymes tight. Lose sight of what you believe and call it a night. This ain't the lightweight cake mix that you're used to. Teflon territory, you just can't shoot through. You gon' shoot who? Not even on your best day. Rolling the Wild West way, giving it up. Leaving the whole world stuck, not giving a late in the cut. Now we break through in the rut. Come on, Hennessy and orange juice, baby, fill up a cup. Quick to grab Mary Jane by the butt and squeeze. Loosen up, let your hair down and join the festivities. Overcrowd the house like lockdown facilities. To give me brains while I push the rain. Going up and down my like a stock exchange. Rearrange the whole game with my rugged sound. Won't even say your own name when I come around. Stay on top or remain from the underground. To the Z, and we all in the family. Rearrange the whole game with my rugged sound. Won't even say your own name when I come around. Stay on top or remain from the underground. To the Z, and we all in the family.
Yes. Turn up your sound.
Serato. It's DJ D Smooth live in the mix.
She remind me of a West Side Story. Growing up in Spanish Harlem. She living the life just like a movie star.
Another one. Best music, DJ Khaled.
I don't know if you could take it. No, you wanna see me naked, naked, naked. I wanna be a baby, baby, baby. Spinning in his red just like he came from Maytag. Rocket with it on the brown liquor. When I get like this, I can't be around you. I'm too little to dim down a notch. Cause I can name some things that I'm gon' do. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 thoughts. Wow, wow, wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts. Wow, wow, wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts.
Let's go.
I hope you know I'm for the taking. You know this cookie's for the bacon. So, what am I not supposed to have an opinion? Should I keep quiet just because I'm a woman? Call me a bitch cause I speak what's on my mind. Guess it's easier for you to swallow if I sat and smile. When I'm female, I can all know how to act myself. It's what it's to the boy with me. Ain't gonna do that for sure is not a man to me. It's flattering names for popularity. It says you only get to me through controversy. But now it's time for me to come and give you more to say. For my girls all around the world. Around the world. From the land that don't respect your words. Thinking of women, show me see like words. What do we do, girl? Shout out, letting them know we're gonna stand our ground. Put your hands high and wave them proud. Take a deep breath and say, oh. You can hold us down. Nobody for real.
And the new label.
Top down, chrome spinning. You see the boss grinning. I'm loving these women. I let two get in. She tried to let the rest fit in. I'm like, no, love, that's forbidden. I ain't for swishing. That's a problem to the will. Well, trust, I know them 20s real well. Now we coasting. Me two chicks and toasting. I turn up the volume, watch the bass get them open. Soft spoken with a wild side. I love them in the ride. They love it in the ride. We was moving bodies before we hit the party. Before the DJ started cutting. Cinderella, you girl.
Without further ado, it's time to start.
Violators Unlimited Radio.
Oh, we on. Hey.
Well, hello there, light skin. How are you, dude?
It's my man Casper.
I don't like somebody light skin over my back like that.
Hey, look. He looks
Sneaky.
sneaky. He look real sneaky.
Yeah, you look real sneaky.
He looking
there.
sneaky. Hey.
Sneaky.
Can you unmute your mic?
No.
Yo.
Yo.
D, yo.
Yo, D, can you speak so we can know that you're on?
He say, yo.
Oh, yeah, hello, how are you? Can you hear me?
Now we can.
Jess.
So what's up? What's up? Yeah, we good. We good. How you feeling, brother? How you doing?
I'm good. D Smooth over there killing it, boy. I'm wearing out this carpet down here.
With your shoes on or shoes off?
Shit, yeah.
Well, yeah, D, I think you need to add your what you call on because people can't hear you on the broadcast.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna
grab your earpiece on.
I'm gonna run upstairs and get my earphones.
Yeah, and make sure. Hold on. Make sure you turn the window down so we don't want to see what's under.
Yeah. You know you at home running around. You know.
Yeah. You don't want to see all that extra stuff.
For real.
But listen, we're back here at Volleys Radio once again every Saturday. Happy Saturday to y'all, one and all. What's going on?
Boot up.
Good.
Boot up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes,
we
sir.
straight. We straight, brother.
Having a good Saturday over there.
Yeah, light skin.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing. I'm so happy.
So was you listening to what we was talking about today?
Nope. Nah, I'm teasing. I was listening because I'm running the thing.
The Facebook Live.
The watch party.
Party running, yeah. The Deso.
Okay.
El Deso.
So what you think about what we was talking about?
Really studying Spanish.
Yeah, I'm studying.
I see.
What you want to talk about? The Lori Loughlin, or you want to talk about the COVID with the mask?
Well, give us your opinion on all of it because you wasn't here yet. So you could talk about that because you wasn't here. Give us your opinion.
Well, I like what Dave said because he's right. You know, you sitting there, you definitely need not to wear your mask when you're by yourself in the car. You look crazy, first of all. You know what I mean? And then, like he said, you are breathing in carbon monoxide. That's you're killing yourself slowly.
Okay.
So, and then Lori Loughlin, you know, the rich always get richer. They do whatever they want to do. What she got? 2 months or
2
something
months.
like that? I forgot how much she got. 2 months?
2 months.
2 months. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and where she's doing it at?
Home.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
She's doing it from home. She got a fine. Okay, this is what she received. She got a fine, $250,000 fine for 2 years with supervised release. 2 years of supervised release, and also she has to do 100 community hours. And the husband has to do the same 5 months supervised release. So 5 months of prison time, whatever that means. But that'd probably be at home. 2 years of supervised release, $250,000 fine. But he just got to do 250 hours of community service.
Like I said earlier, the best possible deal.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It don't make no sense. Now, say if that was one of us doing that.
5 to 10, homeboy.
Yeah, the lady. I think the lady got what? They was talking about 3 years. The black lady that put her son in a different school just by switching the address.
Oh, yeah.
Switching the address in Yonkers, right?
So like 3 years.
3 years, hard time.
Yeah.
Hard time.
Man, it makes no sense to me. These things, you know, everything is so biased everywhere. But, you know, like you said, the world is the world. We never going, like how y'all was talking about the education. Now you got to get when, you know, back in the days, you didn't need a diploma to do transit work. Now you need a diploma to get anywhere in transit to do a job in transit. And anywhere you need a bachelor's degree for 2 years. If you look at these jobs now, everything is bachelor science, bachelor this, bachelor that, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. No matter if you got 15 years experience, if you ain't got that paper, you're not getting hired unless you know someone. Just like he said.
Right.
In the immortal words of Nino Brown, money talks and BS runs the marathon.
That's right.
That's why I'm glad I know DJ D Smooth.
Why is that?
That's the man right there. He know everybody. He's
the ultimate one.
Okay. But now we was talking behind the scene, and Dave came up with some valid points. And Dave, what was you talking about the education not really being a key factor of everything? We was talking about the environment, the support system, and everything else behind that you know, if we got a good support system and everything else, but Dave came with one big factor that we didn't touch on. Harry touched on it a little bit, but Dave went further more into about self.
Yeah. Well, basically what we was talking about behind the scenes was a lot of people, you know, self included sometimes, we try to say that the underlying cause of people of color not necessarily doing well is like your home background or the quality of education. Now, if you look at the world we live in today, how many people that are millionaires, billionaires, have built companies that are profitable? How many of these people don't have a high school diploma or only have a high school diploma, dropped out of college? A lot of them. You know what I'm saying? So we put all this emphasis on education. I mean, don't get me wrong, education is a great thing, but it's more the individual versus the system. Because if somebody with no high school diploma or somebody with a high school diploma, somebody that had never been to college can rise and become a billionaire, a millionaire, profitable companies and investments, it says something, you know, there's something in between the lines that needs to be read. What's your thought on that, D?
Yeah, well, you're right about that. But, you know, I don't know if anybody want to say it, but, you know, this is what it is. Sometimes we just don't want to do the work to get where it is. We don't. That's what it, you know. We lazy. We think everything's supposed to be thrown in our lap sometime, and that's not true. We got to sit there and we got to work hard to do what we need to do. Sometimes, yeah, we it's a little harder for us to get to that point, but we just got to want it. If we want it, we can do it. Mm-hmm. We're violators. We got the radio show. We wanted it. We doing it.
Well, you know what,
the clothing line, we got that.
Right, but you know what, D? I think it's the factor of the time that we came from and the time that kids are in now. So the time that we was, you know, we seen our moms and our pops get up every day and go to work. We seen them doing whatever they had to do to take care of family. And then we came along and we said, this is what we do to take care of family. We got to make sure we get a job. We got to make sure we go to school. Make sure to do certain things that the generation before us told us that we need to do. And I think somewhere in between our generation and the generation of my son generation, something didn't get clicked to the generation after them. That everything was just given to him. I think from my son, from my generation of our kids, I think we started doing that. Oh, we'll work and make sure our kids get everything they wanted because we didn't get everything we wanted. We know we had to work hard to get it. So now, since we learned how to work hard, my children don't have to work as hard as I did because I'm gonna make sure that they getting it what I didn't get. And I think that we have started making our children more lazier of going to get what they wanted to get because they never had to get pushed to get it. They had a silver spoon, kinda.
Yeah. All right, so let me get into that one too.
Okay.
See, that's our fault as well. Because now, remember, our parents.
That's what Chris said.
Our parents pushed us. You know what I mean? They made sure, and it was harder for us. We had to go to libraries to learn stuff.
Oh, true.
We had to go encyclopedias.
Yep.
We had to troop over there to these libraries to learn everything.
Microfiche.
On the phone, you know, they could Google anything they want right now. So it was harder for us. And then we grew up on tough love. Like, yo, you gonna sit there, you gonna do this. If you don't do it the way I said or the way it's supposed to be done, you gonna get your ass whooped. Plain and simple. You know what I mean? That's how we got. It was tough love. We got it. We understood it. And as we got older, we showed it. But then now, because we got the tough love and a lot of us got our butt with, and when you get kids, you go and say, oh, I'm not gonna let my kid want for anything. And then next thing you know, here you go, you giving them everything they want, and then they get spoiled. And then when you ask them to do something, and they basically give you they ass to kiss, now you mad. It's some of the parents' fault.
That's true. And even going back to what Dave said, because we're going to jump back and forth with this, but even what Dave said, because some people popped in my head when he was talking about they didn't have to finish school and everything else. We got billionaires within our community that did it. You know, Puffy did it. Puffy dropped. He never finished Howard University. He dropped.
Jay-Z never been to college.
Jay-Z never been. I don't even know if he finished high school. You know, so look at Chris Lighty. He just did high school, and that was it. And he had a job working as an essential worker working for Metro North. But he took his dream, his push to do something different. And I just think those are people that give examples of what we did that people say that we can reach out and touch. We don't have to say, I don't know Bill Gates. I don't know these other people, but I do know a Chris Lighty, and I do know a Puffy, and I do know a Jay-Z, and I can say these kids from Marcy Projects, or this kid from Yonkers, or this kid from the Bronx, they did it, and without certain type of degrees, without certain type of things. But what thing they did have,
the hustle, the
they
strive.
had the hustle, the strive. And I know when I was in college, when I went back to school to college, a professor had told me, said, within our community is so rich because we understand the struggle. So when you understand the struggle, you know better of the struggle than someone who never had the struggle.
Right.
So you know how it feels, and then you know how it feels to get somewhere else.
Right.
Well, that's what made us go-getters, dealing with the struggle, where they can have easy access to what we didn't have growing up.
Right.
So if we don't go learn it, then we wouldn't achieve it. Where now they can just sit home and do schoolwork at home. When have we ever done schoolwork at home?
Right.
Not unless you was homeschooled.
Oh, I got a quick quote. I'm sorry to cut you off, Harry. Lanita said that Trump never finished school. She don't even think he went to school. So,
nah, he went to school.
He probably had somebody take him to school.
His degree was paid for, but that's another story.
Yeah, that's a different school of hard
look at Mike Bloomberg. If I'm not mistaken, I don't quote me on this, but I believe Mike Bloomberg never finished college. I think he dropped out. I gotta go back and check it, but Mike Bloomberg is one of them cats, self-made billionaire.
Right.
And he never finished school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's all about the individual and like you guys were saying.
And he got fired from a job.
Right. Our generations, we knew what the struggle was. And within the struggle, you learn how to hustle. And the art of the hustle has been lost because we made everything so easy for this generation now.
Right.
Absolutely. That's the whole thing. We made life easy for everybody now. We didn't have life. Life wasn't easy for us, but now every time the parents do something and say they get a job for $100,000 a year job, they making life easy for the kids, and now the kids are like, okay, I'm good right now. You know, I ain't got to do much because my mom and my pops got me.
Right.
So if they thinking that way, why you think they going to want to go out here and do something? Everybody want to be a rapper or a basketball player right now. Nobody said nothing about being
or blogger.
You know what I mean? Or blogger. Everybody Instagram famous right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
YouTube.
So you got Instagram, social media. They figure they can make their money that way. Go to YouTube, get over 250,000 views, and then all of a sudden they sending you a check. So they figure they getting paid that way. You know what I mean? So life is easy for them to do whatever. If they want to. That's how they do it. Like whatever. Like we never had that. Everything we had to do 9 to 5, hustle, street.
Right.
Everything was in the street. If we wanted extra money, we had to go in the street and find a hustle. And it wasn't always drugs.
Well, you know, on that type, let's give a big shout out to Unique. He just came home for doing a 26-year Fed
welcome home, man.
institutional thing. So he's home. Let's give a big hands up to him. Brother, stay here. We need you out here in the streets. We don't need you up there doing some work for other people. We need to do work here on the ground where it started at. So Unique, brother, welcome home. Stay here with us for Mecca Audio.
Mecca Sound.
So shout out to him. So D,
2000.
I know, right? Remember those clubs?
I remember those days.
So D, what's going on? What's going on up? I know you got something that's coming up tomorrow. What's the deal?
Tomorrow makes 2 years that Boots and I have been married, so that's our wedding anniversary tomorrow. Her birthday is Tuesday, so you know how that is.
So
I don't, because I have never been married.
Ditto.
So I know y'all guys can't go nowhere really. Oh no, y'all
they can open up backyard.
Is it open up in Orange? Huh? Is it open up there? Where y'all at?
It's not open. You know, just the regular essential stuff is open. Nothing is really open. Everybody's just because thankfully we got a little backyard, so we just go out there and just chill out and do what we do.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Are you gonna dress up the basement like a spa thing and make it happy for her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He like.
Chess would have been a better answer.
He like, yeah. But in his head, he like, thanks for putting me on the spot, bro.
You just gave me an idea. Yeah.
Killing me.
But yo, we want to get real quick. We left off on the topic. We was talking about housing. We're gonna go back into housing with D with us. Chris was saying like how back in the days, the housing New York City Housing Authority was taking the kids from inside the projects and putting them in mentorship programs for housing. Now that's an interesting thing because my godfather, he's 96 years old. God bless. He retired from housing back in, I think, 1985, 1986. Right? Now, back in those days, the 70s and the early 80s, when you was housing, you were taught and licensed to do everything. All right? I think all of us at one point in time lived in the PJs. Right?
Yeah.
So now, the same dude that could paint, he could plumb, he could do plumbing, he could do hydrovac, but hydrovac for us was heat. We didn't have air conditioning back then. But still, hydrovac still had to do with the heating system. Every single person was certified in all of those fields. Some people took to some stuff better than others, but everybody was qualified. That's the way housing used to be.
Right.
By the time my godfather, he got into management, and they had him as a he kind of like he ventured off. He said he'd rather teach than be on-site management. So he was a trainer. He was a teacher. And what they started to do, they saw that the white people in housing were kind of getting out.
Right.
But you still had Caucasians that were like upper management, right? They're not going nowhere. So they saw that, housing was bringing all of these people in from housing to work in housing, and they're getting paid this good money. So what did they do? Instead of training everybody to do everything and licensing them to do everything, they destroyed the pay structure. Now, you got sweepers and cleaners. They make a certain amount of money. You got painters, period. They make a certain amount of money. Yep. You got your hydrovac guys. They make a certain amount of money. Whereas all of these guys were licensed across the board and were getting paid very, very good money. So what they did, in essence, is they kind of povertized the housing structure. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I got a guy, all this guy does is take care of the grounds. I could pay him $15, $16, $17, $18 an hour. You know what I'm saying? I got a guy that paints. Okay.
About the same
I might pay him $22 an hour. The hydrovac guys, they're making maybe they're making $28, $30 an hour, right? But back in the days, and you got to remember, the dollar was different. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, guys was making
decent money,
$20, $25 an hour to do everything. But like I said, you got to remember the dollar was different.
Right.
When we grew up, a dollar. Shoot. With a dollar, you was rich as a kid.
Going to the penny store.
You know what I'm saying? A Corvette back in them days, I think a Corvette was like maybe what, $7,000, $8,000. A Caddy was like $11,000.
But let me even take you even deeper into that, especially since we talking about housing. If you even remember back in the days, housing even had their own health centers.
Right.
They had their own health. Hello, caller. Who's calling?
Yo, you know who it is. It's your boy.
V West.
What's going on, my baby?
What's going on, Loud?
Violator West Loud. What up, baby?
What's good, baby? Y'all being safe in New York or what?
For sure.
We all right, man.
We all right. We chilling. We hanging in here. How you out in Vegas?
Good. Everything is open out here. Just the only thing I open yet is the casinos. They already open up some of them now.
Oh yeah. So how's everybody walking around with masks on or what out there?
Yeah. Now and then, I mean, it's good to have the mask on, but the mask can do more harm than hurt to your body. You know what I'm saying? So, it's good to have it with you, have it on. But then you also need some fresh air, man, Right. We got certain things in our body that need to get released.
Right.
So, you're peddling some of these fools we got running certain things in this world. Listen to them, we all be effed up. You know what I mean?
True.
My man just tried to get me to go out with him to San Diego. To the casino, I'm like, man, I'm staying right here, man. I got plans. I got weekend plans, man. I'm going to get kidnapped.
Nice.
It's beautiful. It's like 90 right now. You know, I'm just want to relax, man. You know, I'm glad you guys are safe up there, man. We lost a lot of people, man. And what can we do?
Yeah. Well, just gotta stay strong for yourself.
Stay strong because we don't know what they got. Because this government's so crazy. One minute they tell you they don't know what this coronavirus is. Then the next one they tell you, oh, it hasn't reached its peak. How are you gonna say you contradicting yourself? How are you gonna say it hasn't reached? You don't know nothing about it, but then it hasn't reached its peak yet. That's telling me something there. You know, and then you're talking about it's a stage 2 and 3. I mean, come on, man.
Well, they
just a lot of people to wake up, man. The smell of coffee. You dig?
Yeah, but a lot of, you know, what they looking at is just past information because they don't know nothing really about this disease. So they going off past information of pandemics that happened before. So they take it from, oh, this happened to them before, and then they kind of caught up with it, and then they relaxed themselves, and it came back again. So that's why they're saying about that, about, oh, it's going to come back again, because they're looking at past facts on other pandemics that happened, and then it came back again. So they don't. They just preparing themselves, and I'm glad Cuomo is our governor.
I love Cuomo, man. I love Cuomo, B. I love him.
Even though he's an arrogant.
He's always going to stand up dude from New York, and his dad, Mario Cuomo, man.
Right.
Always going to stand up dude.
But
you know what I'm saying? They love the city.
Right.
Mario Cuomo's dead.
And the fact that everything that he's doing is about facts. It's not about, oh, I think we should do this and I think we should do that. Everything's on facts, and he's leading by facts. So I appreciate that more than anything else. And I think Dave can appreciate that more than anything else, about somebody telling you facts and then telling you this their opinion.
They messed up big time, man. You know, it's all about what Bill Gates and a lot of these guys doing. It's called population control. If you gotta wake up, man, and like a lot of stuff, you know, like back then, growing up as kids, we had to eat to survive back then. So we ate the whole pig from the rooter to the tutor. Now we gotta eat to live. You know what I'm saying? Eat a little bit more healthy because you know people can't be running. It's hard to go to McDonald's, like McDonald's once in a while, but at the same time, take care of your body and all that. And you see why what's going on in our neighborhoods. They feed us, and the deal they giving us, they put everything in that goddamn food we don't even know about.
Right.
If you got a house or something, you can grow your own vegetables in your backyard. Do so. Cause like the meat plants going to get shut down because they can't produce a lot of meat no more because of what's going on. People are sick.
Right,
so people got to take that into consideration and still do what they got to do to survive out here, man. If not, it's gonna be a long one, man. For real, it's gonna be a long one.
Definitely is, brother. But listen, we're gonna go to a quick break. I'm glad that you did call, but we're about to go into our break now.
Yeah,
and then we can catch up with you.
I love you guys, man.
I love you too, brother.
We're gonna go lay up, man. I love you guys. Be safe,
Love
please.
you too.
When this all blows over, maybe we can make it happen in August, man. Let's make it do what it do, baby. Like Ray Charles said.
All right.
Violator for life, baby.
All right.
Violator West.
One love, baby. Love you guys.
Peace.
Right. So listen, we're gonna come back and still hop on that housing nice issue, because I think that's a big issue, and that's the biggest thing that's happening within our black and brown community. So we're gonna come back to that after a quick break. What you think about that?
Sure. Yeah, no doubt.
It's on you, D.
But they got no show, so I'ma grab the mic, flip a strip, believe it's done. Buckshots the one that gets the job done. Mic check, I get paid to wreck your set. Get ready to check, cause I'm a threat to your fret. No host bar, incomplete move fakers. Best to wait the back to watch a girl, I might take her. If she's a crab, I'm a dissident slide. If she try to rip, I got my Smith on my side. Word to God, here I come to make weight. Rugged and rough, killing your set every day. Microphone check, 1, 2, here we go. And I'ma let you know who got the flow. Spitting my words like an automatic weapon.
Something for your eardrums. Back on the scene, long time no hear from. It's the funky man, the brother with the same sound. I've been cooling a body and some change now. So hand over the microphone, cause it's my turn. The brother with the fade, half moon and long sideburns. Nice doping, keep the girl scoping. Say the funky shit and get all the niggas open. So heed that, don't try to yap and give me feedback. I'm getting that ass, believe that, can it? I steal your show like a bandit. I get paid while you're broke like mass transit. You're not as smooth as it, so what can you do to this? Brothers need to stop and step with that foolishness. I'm the type to interrupt the party. I don't need a phone to reach out and touch somebody. Give me a mic that's just as good as one. Leave the party is what your whack MC should have done. doing this shit as if my name was Tarzan.
Back to the grill again, the grill again, back to the grill again.
Churchill never stands still. You need a posse the size of the Nazis to attack this, and you're more optimistic than the sounds of blackness. Flip rhymes to rip through the chest cavity, and I keep going and going just like an energizer battery. Flattery will get you nowhere unless it's the derriere, and then it gets you everywhere. Went to the flea market, was in my car pocket. These flights blunt, if you got it, let's spark it. And with the fist of cup came the fist, and you joined Steven Seagal on a month for that scandalous. Went back to the 70s, and brothers got on grins, cause they can step the sisters and say, slap me some skins, honey, dip, and take the squad to the TV. Hit it on, smoke a cig, watch a little TV.
Hey yo, it's all love, but love's got a thin line. The pun's got a big nine. Respect crime, but not when it reflect mine. The shit I'm on is wrong, but it lasts long. When the fast one, a pun to wake up with the stash going. I'm mad strong, and my cream is fast. Smoke the green is grass. My got the meanest ass, and it tastes legit. I don't have to waste a whole case of Chris. All it takes is my pretty face. I'm a gangster wit. Makes the click, cause we all share. It's all fair. Like love and war, love and war with the long hair. Big bun, bun. The name that makes the kids run. Like from the bird to the first of the nigga red gun. Come on.
I shoot slugs from my brain just like a rifle. Stampede the stage, I leave the microphone split. Play Mr. Tuffy while I'm on some pretty tone shit. Verbal assassin, my architect pleases. When I was
Violator Unlimited Radio. Every set from 3 to 4 p.m. Keep it locked right here.
Hey yo, check this out. For all the pioneers, I'm going way back.
We got the hottest DJs coming to you live.
In the mix.
From 3 to 4. Every set on Check it out. Unlimited Radio.
And we back. I gotta put more energy in that, man.
Woo!
That's what I'm talking about. Give me the Ric Flair.
We're back. We are
Never like wrestling.
So what, man?
But listen. Since you brought that up, we're going right into sports now.
There you go.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you, the guy for
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to VSPN on Saturday from 3 to 5. Y'all catch us every Saturday from 3 to 5 on VSPN. Anyway, we're going to start with the NBA. We are lacking in time, so we're going to make this quick. Starting with the NBA, I want to send a big rest in peace to Jerry Sloan. He passed away at the age of 78. Not due to coronavirus, but, different health issues. For now, the NBA has temporarily suspended the 2019 and the 2020 season. But teams want to report directly to the bubble site by June 1st, but they still have to wait on a call from the commissioner. So no basketball until then. And even if they report to their team's facility, depending where they come from, they have to quarantine for 14 days before they can join any practice.
What's the bubble site?
The bubble site is wherever your practice compound is at, facility, where your team, your practice.
Thank you.
So, this guy's great. Man. I love this guy.
Nah, because some people out there might not know what the bubble site is. That's why.
That's why I'm bringing it out of you. I'm bringing it out of you. There you go. Great. I love you, brother. Anyway. All right, moving over to the NFL. Well, my boss's Jets have just signed Joe Flacco to a 1-year deal.
What?
Okay. Interesting.
Uno.
Say
it again, Al.
Uno. Un año nada más. And Frank Gore is cool with backing up Le'Veon Bell. He's okay with that. Me too. Being a backup. So good for the Jets.
Yep.
Moving over to the other side of New York, we're going with the Giants. DeAndre Baker and Quentin Dunbar. Lawyers are fighting each other over some tweet that Dunbar's lawyer put out, which could be construed as damaging to Butler, to Baker, sorry. But his lawyer said it's false and might file a lawsuit. So we got lawyers fighting each other when these two guys are being charged for the same crime.
Sounds beautiful.
Snitch.
Right. Moving over to your Cowboys. You guys had hopefully you like this. Y'all just reinstated Alden Smith, a defensive end, has been out of football since 2015. You see that smile? I love it. He's been caught with a lot of DUIs. He had to go through a lot of programs and to get himself back, but he said he feels good. He's 31 years old, and he feels like he can. Yeah, he's a new man. We'll see what happens when the
allegedly.
When the papers start rolling back in. But he's supposed to report back to the Cowboys camp when the camp opens up.
Yep.
Thank you.
Bubble site.
We're gonna move over to the MLB. They are now in their second week of negotiation, hoping to start in early July and end late October or November. They're still trying to put together the best package for them to get back and get back into playing ball, of course, with no fans. And a whole lot of other rules, which players are not contesting, but they're saying that, it's going to be hard not to spit when these guys are known for chewing tobacco, seeds, and gum. So that's all being put out. In the NHL, the NHL Players Associate Board approved for 2014 playoff while still working on the format. So they're trying to get hockey back on and start in the and get them into the playoff, but they're still trying to put together what the format's going to be, which we all know, again, no fans. And to end it on a good note, we usually don't, we're New York fans, we're Cowboy fans, but, we have to give props to the New England Patriots owner, Robert Kraft, on auctioning his Super Bowl ring, which was his last one, for $1.25 million for charity. The reason why he put that one up for auction was because they came back from a deficit. They were down against the Atlanta Falcons, and they came back to win their last Super Bowl, which is their 6th ring. And because of that comeback, he feel that we could come back from the coronavirus, so he put that ring up for auction, and it made more than what it cost. So that's a good penny for the man. Thank you for that, and thank you for everything you've done for New York. And with that, I am your host from VSPN. Back to you, Chris.
I got it. What up, D?
I said, boo to Robbie Kraft. Nah, he's
I have a question, and I know you really can't answer it, Harry, but I just want to throw it out there. All these different sports are talking about coming back, and for the most part, it's no fans. Sports is a fan base. Their revenue is fan based. So how the hell are they going to generate, outside of cable, how are they going to generate money?
They was talking about splitting. They don't have the exact numbers yet, but they're talking about going half and half from, I guess, television. But I'm not sure. Everything is still being worked out. That's just what I heard, what I researched and found out, that they're willing to go half and half just to get sports back on, just to give us something to be entertained with, because a lot of people are losing their damn mind just sitting home.
Yeah,
and watching repeats of something that we already watch is not that interesting. They're losing a lot of viewers.
There's I've been keeping abreast across the board, like predominantly basketball and I think football. You got some players that are not willing to sacrifice some of their salary to get everything back on board. So it's like it's a tug of war.
But they also want to use, like, let's say in baseball, they want to use minor leaguers, that can fill in for the players that are not going to be on the team, that are not willing to risk, I guess their life for get back on the fields. But they have like minor leaguers, draft picks and stuff like that are willing to fill in if they need that, just in case some of these players do not return.
Right. It's gonna be like that Keanu Reeves movie, The Replacements.
Yeah. But on that note, like you said, Dave and Harry, they putting a lot of different plan scenarios together of that, saying that even though, like, say, one of the football fields capacity is 6,500 people to be there, probably be half the people coming there.
Right.
And so they'd be able to formulate how they be cheating around each other. So there's different ways they out there trying to shoot that out. Also, like you said, the cable networks is going to start making more money off of that. Because now televise these cable events that you have to see from home. So a lot of people who were paid to go to the game, they're actually going to be paying for packages to get that on their TV now. So you'd be getting a sports package that probably was like $99. That might be $300 now to get that sport package.
Forget about
But some people will buy it because they want to have sports, you know. And so those things might be happening with that. But it's a good thing that they're having some type of talk, because everything's going to change. You know, I remember going to the games and people sitting right on top of each other and they start coughing or they getting upset and getting mad and throwing beer and all that. So all that stuff is going to change, which might make it a little better, if anything else. But also on another note, I want to say to one of our greatest basketball players, Patrick Ewing.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that. He's also in the. He's in the hospital he tested positive for coronavirus.
So we want to give, send our prayers out to him, get better, big fella.
That's right. Georgetown
Hoya, what's up? So I want to go back to Lanita. She wrote some things about a lot of people now say, eat healthy, eat right.
Always been doing that.
A lot of people starting to say they don't want to eat no more meat because where the meat is kind of like La was saying earlier, that some of these factories that the meat was coming from are now being contaminated with people who's getting sick from the virus. So our big corporations like Tyson and places are getting caught up with that. So there's so many different rumors and things that's going on. Go ahead, Dave.
You got to forgive me. I'm laughing because the only people who will have to worry about that is people that don't clean their damn meat before they cook it. If you know how to thoroughly clean damn meat, you ain't got to worry about nothing. Thoroughly clean it and cook it.
Okay, so if they got the virus on the chicken that you don't know how to cook and clean now,
and that's nasty ass people.
But I'm just saying,
and that's why you're not supposed to eat behind everybody.
No, I'm saying people that's at the corporation, they coughing in these places and they packaging your food, so you got to be very careful regardless. But right now with the people that's getting this virus,
right,
we don't know how you can cure from that. We don't know what cleans it off the bacteria off a chicken, off of pork, or whatever it might be. Unless, like La said, unless you're raising it yourself, you going out in your farm and go hit that pig upside the head with that mallet, or go crack that chicken neck. That's the only way you know where your food is coming from.
And okay, this pandemic put a lot of light, or a lot of emphasis on a lot of things. But what makes you think all along people wasn't going to work with something? It might have been widespread, but you had one person that might have been sick that was in a meat packing plant and coughed or whatever on some meat.
True.
Like I said, it goes back to thoroughly cleaning and preparing your food.
Right. And even with Lanita saying this, remember we had that big scare with the lettuce and iceberg lettuce, and then I think another lettuce that they said don't want, that was already packaged already.
Right.
Don't eat that lettuce. So any food, like they say, you need to take care of it, clean it, make sure it's it's thoroughly clean and anything. And
didn't they say? Let me ask this question: didn't they say that heat kills the virus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then cook it.
Thoroughly clean and cook your meat.
Well, that's what 45 was saying.
He's supposed to kill the virus. So all that rare meat and all that stuff, how they be eating it right now, everything should be medium.
Well done for me.
Well, one thing I think what we're gonna do next week. Let's talk about health and cleanliness next week on our next topic.
All right.
So we can have that. So listeners, that next week we're gonna be talking about. I brought the paper in, full body cleanse.
Body cleanse.
We can talk about that next week and how you can cleanse your body, take care of your body, to get your body right, eat right. Especially within our community, because we always say that we always talk about something, but we don't bring facts and information to the table. So let's start bringing facts and information to the table so that we can put it out there for our listeners to see and hear, and they choose what they want to do with it. We can show them the table how to eat right, how to do what you need to do, but it's up to you to use it.
True.
Right? If you want to become a vegan, you become a vegan. You want to not eat meat, no homo, you just don't eat meat. Or if you just want to eat fish and whatever type of thing you're going to do, we're going to try to bring that information here So you can see that on IX Radio, on Violators Radio Show, they give you that information because we're not just going to talk about this, we're going to also show you this so you can eat right, live a healthy life, do some exercising, and then probably next week we get Twinkle Toes in here with us, so maybe he might dance us out.
You light skin. You light skin wonder of the world.
We'll bring you the facts. You run away with it.
What you said, D?
He said be here next week.
I'll definitely be there next week.
I light skin.
All right, so we're about to let our boy in a minute handle his business.
Boom.
So since you wasn't here early,
hold on. Yes, you're on Violators Radio. Who we speaking to?
Hello?
Are you on the air?
Hello?
Hello?
What? Okay. Hang up.
All right, thank you for calling.
Call back.
Call back.
All right.
So D, since you wasn't here earlier, do you want to take us out, brother?
Yeah, why not? You know what we always do. First of all, we want to say thank you for always tuning in to Violators Unlimited Radio on iAccess Radio and Free Agent Radio. We love y'all. Keep tuning in. Because of y'all, that's why we here. We love y'all. Thank you very much. So, as always, love more, hate less. If nobody didn't tell y'all today, we will tell y'all on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
We love you.
Peace.
You already know.
Catch you next week, y'all.
Let's go, boy. Let's go.
It's the Ultimate One, DJ D Smooth on Violators Unlimited Radio.
I came to bring the pain, hardcore from the brain. Let's go inside my astral plane, find out my mental, based on instrumental records. Hey, so I can write monumental methods. I'm not the king, but this is decaf. I stick 'em for the get deep as the abyss, and brothers is mad fish, accept it. And your cross color, clothes you crossed over. Think I totally crossed out and crisscrossed. Who the boss? Get tossed to the side, and on the dark side of the force. Of course it's the method, man from the Wu-Tang clan. I be hectic and coming for the headpiece, protect it. 2 tears in a bucket. On the ruckus, bustin' at me, bro. Now bust it. Styles like it's buck wow. Method man on pulling clouds and sick. Same crazy, driving Miss Daisy. Out of fucking mind, now I got mine this way, this way, this way, this way.
He got addicted me. I'm not pressed, I'm on a peaceful journey. Lock like a padlock, gotta make your head bob. Not Fred Flintstone, boy, to make your bed rock to a rhythm. Hell is what I give them. I'm really sick and tired of the ism, schism. Check microphone, check it out. Heads got the huns that the brothers love to talk about. Tease me, what tease me, what do or die please me. Rubber dub, but ain't easy. Flex if you're flexing, sex if you're sexing. Things are going on in the heavy D section. Microphone check once, microphone check 2, 3. You can't see what I can see.
Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. Yeah, Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier.
Well, he's in Indian town, and what spots his eye? A nice looking Indian, and honey looked fly. He had to talk because he just couldn't hack it. She wore some moccasins and plus a tough leather jacket. He tried it over and invented a line. He said, "Excuse me, do you happen to have the time?" All was on his mind was sex. So she said,
"Why didn't you ask? You got your own time, Max."
To poor old Dave, that line was cold-blooded. It seemed like her ego was way overflooded. She started to laugh and then she started to say,
"I'm sorry, sometimes I do get carried away. I didn't mean to ill-treat you. My name is Running Rabbit and I'm glad to meet you."
Clap your hands to the beat vibe. Just clap your hands to the beat vibe. Just clap your hands to the beat vibe. Just clap your hands to the beat vibe.
The giant is greater, so step back. I know you were told black about the soul clap. And I'ma keep climbing G with beats that's fat. Cause that's showbiz and Diamond D. Don't believe all they hear say. Cause I'ma get the airplay while a fan say,
"Yeah, Dre."
And I'm on a lyrical tip. For you to whip the giant, that'll be a miracle whip. So everybody crowd around. And let's all get down to the soul clap sound. So pump your fists, here we go. Showbiz and AG, so act like you know. A combination of the new and the old rap. Me Showbiz and Diamond D, yeah, we
With a pop
Brace yourself as I ride on top. Close your eyes as you ride. Right out your socks. Don't lose his mind as he grind in the tunnel. You wanna give me the cash he made off his last bundle? Nasty girl, don't pass me the world. I push the beat, not the backseat girl. Don't deep throat, cause see, no, she floats. Murder she wrote and keeps the heat close. Firm, we post to be the illest on 3 coasts. Familiar, bigger than egos. Y'all Danny DeVito, smart. All I see is the penny ethers. That's all. No shark in this year, raise the figure. 15% make the whole world sit up.
Clap your hands, everybody, and everybody just clap your hands. I'm fly girls, clap your hands. I'm fly guys, clap your hands.
Well, if you feel no right, you're awesome. Then let me know.
Well, everybody in the place, put a whistle in your face, scream it out and say, yo, hit it.
You don't stop. I rock the rhythm that makes your finger pop. I said hip hop, and thanks a lot. Come on, everybody, give me what you got. I'm gonna tell you a little story about the Sugar Hill Gang with the pound pound boogie and the big bang bang. You wanna rap to the Sugar Hill? Gotta rap in the key of R.A.P. Now that is over, I'm ready to jam. Want all you people to clap your hands. Tonight we're gonna scream and shout. We're gonna turn this mother sucker out. To all of you people that are ready to jam, screaming on the party. I am somebody. We don't care if you're age 10 or if you're a senior citizen, cause we got a beat that just won't end. So you better get ready to rock, my friend. You see, we got some news that you can use, and offer that you can't refuse. We're giving up, honey, and you got to come because you're the one. Red, yellow, black, white, or brown. In our own way, or we can all get down. So just take your time and enjoy yourself, and you'll rock as good as anyone else. So come on, go do it, put your body in. If the feeling is good, you might as well do it. Singing makes no sense. I just standing around. I just boogie to the beat of the funky sound. You don't rock with us, you won't have a ball. And we might as well dip